Hello everyone, welcome to Behind the Studs.
Behind the Studs?
Yeah. I'm Colin.
I'm Jimmy.
Friend Jimmy, of course.
Jimmy. I'm burnt out.
Yeah, tough day today, huh?
Very tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So,
were you inside the whole time, or did you do some stuff?
I was inside, outside. I was also skim coating a house on the second floor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The AC was cranking.
Yeah, right. Sure it was.
Right.
Sure it was. Yeah.
Oh, well.
I was sweating like a Republican.
Yeah. All right, we're not going to go there. All right, so Jimmy was asking last week, we asked Marissa, what are we on? How can you find us? All right?
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
Because now you're going to read this whole list of how you
Go.
can find
Here
us.
we go. Are you watching, everybody?
All right. So, if you want to listen to the podcast, you can go to our website, Behind the Studs. You can go to Apple, iTunes, Google Play, Podchaser, SoundCloud, CastBox, Spreaker, and Blueberry.
Blueberry?
Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Well, it's no berry. It's like B-R-R-Y.
Oh, blueberry.
Blueberry.
Blueberry. Stupid. No one's listening to podcasts on Blueberry. That's like, I'm a blueberry martini. Freaking ridiculous.
Well, it could also be just the way I pronounce it.
No. Bye-bye.
If you want to watch the podcast now, because now you get to see us, you know, listening to us was just not enough.
Oh, I know. The calls are rolling in.
Go to YouTube. We have our own channel now. You can also check us out on Facebook.
Nice.
And then our social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Wow.
I'm exhausted.
I know.
Yeah. So we know Marissa's been working hard trying to get us all over the place. So
she's awesome.
you gotta, if there's a way to see us or hear us, we gotta have it right now.
She's a hell of a fisherwoman, man.
I need Marissa.
Oh my God, she was like,
I do.
Yeah.
she was amazing.
So yeah, we did a fishing trip last Friday.
Yeah.
So we took Dreyfus Construction, Sean Modeling, and Handyman Services of Connecticut, all out on a boat.
Yeah.
Thank you to Captain John.
Yep.
His crew. There was the Sunbeam. I think
It was the Sunbeam, right?
Yep.
Matt was the captain, and
Tucker.
And Tucker was the first mate, who was freaking. He must have lost about 20 pounds working with us. He never stopped.
I don't know if I told you or not, but he said that we had the second most fish for the season so far.
Really?
24 fish.
Really?
We had 24.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah. And like you said, Marissa tried to take in 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's got 5 of the 24 or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. All right. So anyways, we have.
I got a second. You know what? You keep talking because I think I parked in the way for someone to get out.
I got you.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. We're on hold for a second. Yeah. It's live. You gotta deal with it.
Go ahead.
All right, so we have a guest with us today, Kevin Kapfer with Rooted Lawn and Landscape. Kevin, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, Colin. How are you?
I am good, thank you.
Pleasure to be here.
Oh, isn't that nice? Nobody's ever said that.
Well,
it's usually like pulling teeth. We get somebody to sit in with us.
it's the first time for everything.
There you go. So Kevin is a guru when it comes to lawn maintenance, care, making it look beautiful. Is that right?
You can say that.
Yeah. All right, I'll say it. Yeah, so in full disclosure, Kevin has worked with Shelter Modeling on the off season and the winter time for the past 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
Last year would have been the third.
Third year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it looks like that's not going to continue anymore because now he's like really busy and making tons of money and doesn't need us anymore.
If all goes well, I may have graduated from Shaw.
Oh,
we'll see though.
Better.
We'll see though.
But also, I got to tell you that he also takes care of my lawn, so he does an amazing job.
We do landscaping also, not just lawns. We also do landscaping and full property maintenance.
Oh, cool.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Do you like that better than working lawns, or?
I'm starting to.
Yeah.
Starting to. Lawns maybe get a little boring. Maybe on landscape stuff is more variation and
Right.
can be a little more creative with things.
Yeah.
Lawns are fun. I love lawns, but I like the landscape stuff maybe a little better right now.
Yeah, I know. I did my best to get my lawn to be like green and looking beautiful. And after 11 years, I decided to let you have a shot at it.
Yeah, so we're getting there.
So
we're getting there.
Kevin can go in and do soil tests and figure out exactly what you need, get it all balanced out, and the next thing you know, green lawn.
Yeah, I'll have you come over our house.
Yeah.
Come over our house.
Sure.
Yeah, we're like we generate crabgrass.
Yeah.
Sure. Everybody is this year.
Yeah.
It's,
we were talking earlier about that. What were you saying?
Yeah. So because we've had a few days of really heavy rainfall, what happens when you put a a crabgrass preventative application down is it forms a barrier in the soil, and it allows, or it doesn't allow the crabgrass seeds to germinate. So what happens when it rains really heavily like we have, it will kind of destroy that barrier, and you'll end up having crabgrass emerging even though you put a pre-emergent down. So that's been a bit of a theme this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's prevalent right now, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't
yeah,
either. I didn't either. Because I know he's treated my lawn for it before, and then some popped up, so that's what happened. Just got all washed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Happens.
Yeah.
Too much rain.
Too much rain.
Mother
Not
Nature.
for my well. I'm pretty happy about
Son of a bitch.
it. We need the rain.
Not enough rain. My grass is brown. Too much rain. I have no more grass. I have crabgrass. That's why I'm crabby.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, we haven't gotten a ton of, I haven't taken a rain day all year, but we've had a few days where it's just really poured.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
If
interesting.
you think
never
about
had a rain day.
I haven't had a rain day all year.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
It's just been, well, one Saturday, it happened to fall on a Saturday
You're supposed to be off on
where it poured, right. And the rest has just been night, but it's just been heavy.
Yeah.
It's infrequent, but heavy at times.
Yeah.
So.
Why do they call it crabgrass?
Don't know, Jimmy. You're-
Why do they call it crabgrass?
I'm not sure why. That's I don't know. That's
Does
a
it
good
look like
question.
a crab to you?
There's also goosegrass, which is like the cousin of crabgrass. It looks
Really?
just like it, but it's called. And then there's quackgrass too. I'm not kidding you.
Quack.
Quack.
Quackgrass. I gotta see quackgrass.
These grass
You know what?
people.
You have to send us a picture so we can put it on our website. This is quackgrass.
Yeah, I don't know.
Quackgrass and crabgrass and goosegrass.
Right.
Huh.
They might have been on some.
Jesus.
I could just see the wheels.
Could you
turning
imagine if
right
you,
now.
oh yeah, if you were smoking grass and it was the wrong kind? Oh man, he's smoking quackgrass. It's
Yeah.
quack.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's quack.
it's an exciting subject,
Yeah.
Yeah. So you went to college for this?
I did. I went to UConn, graduated in 2012, bachelor's degree,
Yeah.
and yeah,
In what, turf management?
turf grass management, soil studies.
Yeah.
I still get laughed at sometimes by people when I tell them that's what I went to school for. But
You're working.
it's a real thing. It
Yeah.
exists,
You know what you
and
went to college
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
It's not common these days.
sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Primarily, a lot of the kids that go to that program end up working on golf courses
Okay.
or athletic fields.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. Landscaping is part of that too, but a lot of those kids end up going and working on golf courses. So
You had no interest, or?
not quite.
Yeah.
Not quite. I waited till the last week to get my internship actually.
Okay.
So we were required to have an internship. I waited too long to get it, and then I ended up going with a landscape company. But we had a bunch of professors that were all ex-golf course guys, and they would all complain about how stressful of a job it was
Really?
and how hectic. Well, golfers are, the country club type, and
Yeah.
the greens are too fast. They let people know
Right,
about
yeah,
it,
right,
and it's a stressful job. You're dealing with nature all the time, constantly watching the
There's a
weather.
lot of money involved.
There's a lot of money involved.
Especially a country club, for sure.
For sure. So these guys all chose to get out of that industry, and so I kind of took that into consideration.
Yeah, good.
And also with the internship I went with the landscaping, I ended up liking it, and here I am.
Good.
So
Good for you. Congrats.
series
Yeah.
of mistakes I
Good
led
job,
here.
man.
Just telling you that earlier.
So you and I had many conversations about doing your own thing and growing the business and stuff. So it's been fun to watch it.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
it's been good. It didn't happen overnight, and it's been a slow process, but it's kind of taken off a little bit for me here, so it's
You had a
good
good year from the sounds of it, so that's great.
so far.
Happy for you.
Great.
Yeah.
Can you tell the difference between crabgrass, goosegrass, and quackgrass?
He's not off.
You can.
Yeah.
You
Really?
can. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's small physiological differences, like
That's amazing.
which direction the
Leaf
leaf
goes?
goes, and
Really?
what the color of the stem is, and there's different little oracles, which is like I won't get into it, but there's
Okay.
all these different physiological features that you can
I
differentiate.
know people
Yeah.
are always saying, Jimmy, just shut up.
Yeah,
All right, but that's interesting. I'm sorry, it's interesting.
Yeah.
that's it is. There are slight variations
I
to the
would
blind
love-
eye. You wouldn't tell.
But I would love to know that because if I was at someone's party having a cocktail, and they go, "Oh, I got all this crabgrass around." I'm like, "No, that's crabgrass."
That's good.
It's like, how do you know? Because I know.
You could, totally
You're
could.
drunk on Jameson again.
No, I'm not. I should be. After a day like today, oh my God, I want my shirt, my Jameson T-shirt. Should get one by now. I'm sorry. I'm
Absolutely,
sorry.
absolutely.
All right, let's get back to landscaping.
So, something I always found interesting too is that you can look at, like, my lawn, you come over and, just by the color of the grass, you would know if my blade needed to be sharpened or changed, or if it needed more water just from footprints and stuff, and I kind of go into some of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, there's just little things that, if you look and you know what you're looking for, the lawn will tell you kind of what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, the footprint thing is, it happened during the drought that we were having in end of June, early July, where we really had a dry spell.
Yeah.
Lots of lawns were going dormant, and so what happens when the lawn gets too dry, the blades of grass, there'll be no water left in them. They'll kind of suck the water out of them. So what happens is when you step on them, they'll fall over,
Yep.
and then they won't perk back up. So indication that your lawn is really dry is if you can step on it and then come back, a half hour later, and still see your footprints in the lawn.
Then that means too
Then
dry.
it means it's
Yeah.
too dry. It means there's
Yeah.
not enough water inside the actual tissue of the leaf to help it kind of spring back. Think about it like a balloon,
Yep.
taking all the water out of a balloon, and it just kind of flops over,
Huh.
and yeah.
What do they call that with water in the plant? It's called what? Turbo pressure?
No, viscosity.
Viscosity.
Look at you.
Okay. Turbo pressure is something else then. Must be. Okay. All right. All right.
Those are too big of words for me.
Yeah, right? Viscosity.
Viscosity.
Your lawn has a lot of viscosity. Got good news? Viscosity is up there. Way too much crabgrass.
Yeah.
You're quacked.
That's right. Can be a good thing and a bad thing.
Right?
Can be a good thing and
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
You don't want too much though, because if the leaf is too viscous, right? Then think about a balloon that you filled up completely with water.
Mm-hmm.
How if you just touch it slightly, it'll pop.
Yep.
Right? Because that cell wall is getting thinned out. The more water you put in there, the thinner that balloon is getting, and then so the more apt it is to damage from foot traffic or from a mower or
Okay.
any sort of kind of mechanical damage like that.
Interesting.
Do you deal with OCD customers or anal retentive customers? Because I got one.
Besides me.
No,
Because I got one down on the end of. I got one down on the end of my street,
Yeah.
and he is like unbelievable with his lawn.
Yeah, totally.
Well, he hates his wife, so he'd just rather work out on his lawn.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big thing that I've learned to do better now, but I maybe wasn't so good at in the past, was managing people's expectations in a residential lawn setting. Under it's a pretty basic program. When you think of country clubs and athletic fields, these guys are doing really intense programs. They're making applications of all sorts of stuff on a almost daily basis.
Yeah.
And then so you try to translate that into some sort of affordable program that a homeowner can subscribe to, and they're expecting the same results, and so perfection is not always what you want to shoot for and not what you want your customers to expect.
Right.
So dealing with issues like that and little
Yeah.
spots, and for me it's almost been better to let people know ahead of time, and
Right.
then if that's what they're expecting, then I don't know, maybe.
All right. So you have dealt with that then. Okay.
Oh yeah, sure,
Yeah,
totally,
yeah.
totally.
Well, like you said to me when I was questioning my grass at one point during the drought, that really, if I'm going for perfection, you need a good irrigation system.
Yeah, I would say water is a big thing.
Yeah.
People invest a lot of money in having a service provide fertilizers and
Yeah.
these applications, but if you don't have water, then all that other stuff really isn't effective. So yeah, water is the number one limiting factor when it comes to any plant.
Right.
Any plant.
Okay. So I've heard this question before too. Is it a myth that too much fertilizer on your lawn, does that end up getting into your well?
I don't believe so.
I've never dealt.
No, I don't believe
Because
that.
the fertilizer, is it more of a nitrogen fertilizer, or is it more of a manure fertilizer that you deal with?
Well, it varies, but yeah, the nitrogen will end up if you put the application down and you get a heavy rainfall, some of that will end up running off of the property. Where it ends up going, it can be a concern if it's going into a water source.
Yep.
A well so far down, I'm not quite sure.
Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
But excess nitrogen runoff is an issue, and so
in wetlands it is. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
So you try to put it on before it's going to be a rainstorm, or
yeah,
try to get a couple days out of it.
Right. Well, you hope it just doesn't really rain heavily after you put it down. If you want rain after you put it down, so it helps soak it in the ground, but you don't want so much that the actual granulars in the product is going not where you want it to.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So
cool.
All right. So things like the regular homeowner that's trying to have a nice green lawn by themselves. What do you recommend for like dead spots? Should they some of that stuff that's out there now, they say it can grow on your driveway because it doesn't need any root system.
It's a lot of snake oil and the good sales tactics.
Yep.
But if you want to get rid of dead spots, you got to reseed. You got to put new seed down. And so if you're a homeowner, it'd be a good idea maybe to have a bucket that you keep at your house that has a mix of seed, some kind of compost, and maybe some sand.
Okay.
Like a divot mix. If you go to a golf course, they always have a divot mix that you put your so if you have that handy. And you see a brown spot, put some of that down there and then water it.
Okay.
Of course, people put down seed a lot and they don't water it properly. That's the big thing where everyone says, I can't get grass to grow, I can't get grass to grow. Well, because it takes a long time for it to germinate, to go from a seed to a plant. A lot of them take up to 30 days for that to happen.
Wow, really? I didn't realize that long.
Yeah. Kentucky bluegrass, tall fescue, those take 30 days. Perennial ryegrass only takes a week. Sometimes it'll take less than that. But the bluegrass and the fescue take a long time, and so people will water it for a couple weeks and nothing happens, and then they end up, of course, giving up on it.
Right.
So
now, do you tell people give it a shot anyways during the summertime, even though it's not the ideal time to plant?
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it if they're diligent about watering it. You could, like I said, the perennial ryegrass will germinate in a week. If you're there and you can keep it wet for a week, then it can happen. But would I necessarily sell somebody on reseeding their lawn in the middle of the summer when I'm not going to be the one watering it?
Right.
No, it's not a good idea.
Does seed go bad if you keep it in?
It will. Yeah, it will.
That's a good question.
Sure it will. Over a few years.
All right, because I just got a huge bag of grass seed off a customer who's throwing it out. I mean, a huge big bag of Scott's seed, and I'm like, it looks good, but I don't know.
It will go bad over time.
I'll just throw it out there and it'll just be white speckles all over my.
But you can, you can use it for a couple of years. It's not like it's going to go bad in a year.
Right.
You can use it for 2 or even 3 years, but
after that,
don't go use a 5-year-old bag of seed.
gotcha.
How do they make grass seed? How do they do that? Do you know how to make grass seed?
No, it's a good question.
Where the hell is this all coming from?
I don't know where it's coming from.
Oh my God, that's a good. Google it. We'll do it later.
They harvest it, if you let your lawn, if you don't cut your lawn for a few weeks, then you'll see these panicles that come up, and that's basically the flower form of a lawn. And there's seed. You'll see the seed in there. So I suppose they just grow a whole field of it like that.
They grow a whole thing of panicles. Panicles?
That's it. Yeah.
Get it. Look at my panicles.
Good here.
I'm not going to do marijuana. I'm going to have panicles. I'm going to have Scots by my panicles.
Nice.
Wouldn't that be something? I think that's going to be my new profession.
Wow.
I just don't have the lawn. I wish I had a big field that could make panicles. Come and get my panicles. Someday. I can dream, can't I?
Learn to dream.
I tell you.
Yes.
I'm not living it right now, I tell you. Jesus, I'm so sore.
Yeah, so that's a flower. That's the lawn's version of a flower. Panicle.
Interesting.
So.
I've learned a lot so far.
I know.
And I stumpified all of us.
Who did?
With the seeds.
I feel like there was something else too. I gotta listen back and find out what was the other thing I had to Google that you brought up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think I also just have to go Google and see all the different pictures of the grass.
Yeah. That's something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is. It is.
So do you do landscape? Oh, you had a question?
No, good.
Besides just doing lawns, what else do you do? What else do you deal with in this troubled world of the summer?
All sorts of landscaping stuff. Pretty much, we do plantings, we do maintenance, garden stuff, driveway stuff, stone, crushed stone, that kind of stuff. And then we also feed plants. We do fertilizer programs for plants. Bit of everything. Bit of everything. No tree work. No masonry.
Someday masonry.
When I have time. Once I have time to learn all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
you're old and gray.
Yeah.
You're old and gray. You bent over like an old Italian.
I'll be cracking bricks. That's it. I need a good Italian.
Right. Gray haired old Italian.
Yeah. So we
Hairs
did
hanging
bit
out.
everything. Bit everything.
Hey, did I ever tell you the story? I don't even think we talked about it on the podcast.
Okay.
When I worked up at a theater up in Stony Point, New York, there was a place, it's still there, it's called the Penguin Repertory Theater. And they can back this story because it was an old barn. And they were making it into a theater. It's 60 people. Anyway, long story short, they were in the process of cleaning it and it was full of bats. There was bat guano. So somebody told them, they said bat guano is great fertilizer, right?
Sure is.
Okay, listen to this. So they grabbed it, they collected it off all the beams, got in some buckets, right? And they weren't told, but they spread it all over their lawn. All over their lawn, right? They had the most amazing green lawn. They have no problem though. You know where I'm going with it? The house was covered with bats. Covered. Because it had all that, I don't know, we're going to call it testosterone hormones or whatever in it. And the guy yelled, he goes, no, you're only supposed to sprinkle a little bit on the lawn, not the whole thing. I mean, they just like laid out all the guano, attracted all the bats.
This is a true story.
It's a true story. Penguin Repertory Theater, Stony Point, New York, Joe Brancato, ask him, he'll tell you the whole story.
Wow.
Really happened.
That's amazing.
Yeah. How'd you like wake up in the morning, oh my God, look at that. Get a bat right on your screen.
Yeah.
Bats everywhere.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you heard that guano.
I know, but yeah. Any sort of
Feces?
Feces is
Yeah.
good.
Even goose poop.
There's a very popular product out there called Malorganite. I don't know if you guys have heard of
Yeah,
that.
full of Malorganite, yeah. Yeah, he's full of Malorganite. Yeah, him and his Malorganites, whatever you call them. I already forgot what they are.
So that's what that's it's processed human feces
Stop it.
from Milwaukee.
Ooh,
Specifically from Milwaukee.
Those poor guys.
It's great.
Honey, more chili tonight. I'm going to be working overtime at the factory tonight. Can you imagine that?
You don't want to get it from Connecticut.
Charlie, how you doing? I'm ready for a coffee break, okay? I'll watch your seat for you. Jesus. Human feces. All right, where did they get the human feces?
They gotta do something with it, right?
Oh my
You know,
God.
They have to.
It has to come up. This is pure Milwaukee Malorganite. That's crazy, man.
It's true, and it works good. I use it, you know. It's good. It's a good product.
Huh.
It really is. It has iron in it. So this is another kind of little secret. If you want, you'll see some lawns have a real dark green. You know, some will be green, but then some will be a real dark green, and that's iron. Iron will really turn out that dark green, almost bluish tinge in grass. So that's a little.
How do you get that?
It's usually in fertilizer mixes. Yeah,
okay.
you have iron in at your place.
Okay.
I wonder if it's from Milwaukee.
I don't think it's from Milwaukee. I don't think it is.
That is another great thing that I just learned.
Yeah, check out some iron.
Oh my God, well, this is a great podcast.
Oh, this one's a good one.
Jesus, they're all good.
Go get it. Go grab a bag of Malorganite this fall.
Malorganite.
Wait like 2 more weeks, you know, and just and hammer it.
Yeah.
I gotta like learn all my technology and I'll just stupefy people.
Yeah.
He's full of Malorganite. What do you mean? Malorganite. Yeah, go back outside. Go look at your quack grass. You need Malorganite.
You know, one question I wanted to ask you too is, you know, a lot of people have the water softener systems in their house.
Yeah, I do.
So a lot of people do. Now, if your hose goes through, you know, if the water goes through that system first and then goes to the hose bed,
Yeah.
now you've got like salt in your water that you're watering your lawn with. Is that a problem?
It's not good. You don't want, of course, you don't want salt being applied on any sort of plant.
Right. So if you have a water softener system, the best thing is to get, you know, a plumber over to do a feed right out of the water. Before it hits the softener.
Yep.
Well, I have a diverter.
Oh, you do?
And
So
Jane,
you separate it?
yeah, but Jane just tell me. I'll put the. No, she just freaking.
Yeah.
She just kills all the Malagonite in my lawn. No, our garden came out great. She
Really?
just yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't have enough. Maybe I don't know. But I do have a water softener. I do try to turn it off as much as possible when I use it. You know, honestly. So.
Yeah, we try not to add any salt in the summertime. And just wait until the fall and winter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because then just, it definitely does help when you have the water softener.
Yeah.
But we try not to kill our grass or.
High iron in your water. High iron in your water. Does that hurt the plants?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
No.
If you're adding iron because of fertilizer, I'm sure iron wouldn't really hurt it.
Yeah.
It's rare that people's water is going to be what's damaging their lawn.
Okay.
It's not a common thing.
Right.
So.
Right. Okay.
If you're really worried about it, you could get it tested and see what's in there. But it's not a common thing.
Okay.
Do you use pesticides to kill certain weeds and stuff like that?
I don't know.
Right.
No.
There's a great natural remedy. Actually, we should post it on it. And I have it. I'll give it to Marissa.
Okay.
And it's like it's vinegar. It's vinegar, water, and it's actually Dawn soap.
Yep.
And there's something else that's involved. Salt.
Okay.
A little bit of salt, and it kills your weeds. Kills them dead. Any kind of weed. So yeah, I'll get that to Marissa. We'll post it.
Yeah.
Natural remedy, and it works. I've used it. It works. It works really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
So some of the other stuff that we can get a hold of at a Home Depot or a Lowe's, the turf, any of the turf.
Turf builder and stuff like that.
Oh, the sod actually is what I was
Sod?
looking for. Yeah, sod.
It,
Would you use that like as a spot treatment, or is that more for a whole section of the lawn?
you could use it for a spot treatment, sure.
Yeah.
Either or.
Okay.
Either or. It's an option. I wouldn't get it from Home Depot per se.
Yep.
But yeah, it's an option. It's an expensive option. If you're going to resod a whole lawn, it's going to be, thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not going to match what's in your lawn also too. If you go get a piece of sod from somewhere and you have a different variety growing in your lawn, just because they're grown in different soils, they're not going to look the same. So I usually just go with seed. I don't really patch things.
It's like a bad toupee.
Yeah.
The thing where sod would be effective would be like we were talking about earlier in the summertime when it's really hot and you don't have the chance to grow seed. You can try to get a piece of sod in there, but still that's still going to need a bunch of water, and there's still a chance that it won't die, but it will. It is a little bit better of an option than growing seed when it's really hot. So.
Cool.
And what about everybody's favorite, the little ground moles?
Voles?
The voles.
Voles, moles?
Because of the grubs?
Well,
Is that what they're chasing?
They eat worms.
Yeah,
They eat worms?
there's two different things.
Okay.
Moles eat grubs.
Okay.
Voles eat roots. So think of voles. Think of the V, vegetation.
Yep.
Voles eat vegetation. Moles eat grubs.
Okay. And how do we get rid of them?
Any way that you can.
Yeah.
There's not a one kind of step method, but there are some products that are okay, that work here and there. But the best method is to get a trap, put down these products that a lot of them are. It's almost a scent. It has like a herbal kind of weird mixture that they don't like, and it'll deter them away. But it's definitely a multi-step approach, and but kill the grubs too. If you have moles, then they're after the grubs. You want to kill the grubs first.
The other thing is, too, people kill snakes in their yards, which you should never do. Never kill a snake in your yard, because your snake eats them. Whether it be a garter snake and everything else. And my friend, who actually lives outside of Norwich, when he moved into his house, I was helping him in his yard, and I found this huge snake skin. It was huge. And I'm like, dude, he goes, yeah, I killed it last week. I was like, no, you did not.
Yeah.
You did not kill the snake. He goes, I did. Right after that, his back lawn was infested with moles. Infested.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was smoking it. You know when you put those pipe bombs in there? And yeah, like his whole backyard was a DMZ.
Yeah, how do you do it?
Awful.
Did you get it out?
Well, he had a hard time. It took him a long time to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Years.
They're tough.
Yeah.
We had a customer. He did the same thing. It was underneath. We did this like 4-season addition room off of their house in their backyard. So he was having the moles, and it was just driving him crazy. So he went to a neighbor, got like a little quarter stick of dynamite. He's going to put that in the hole, and he's going to blow it up and get him. Well, it went off, and it caught fire underneath the structure that we had built for him. He had to start. He couldn't get under there because it was like very little crawl space at all. So he started digging by hand. He's trying to get a garden hose to hose the thing down. He caused so much damage. But I'm like, did you get the mole? He's like, no, bastard still's out there.
Well, he used the smoke bombs.
That's completely
That's
ridiculous.
insane.
That's smoke bomb. He was using smoke bombs.
No.
My friend was using smoke bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, that's like Caddyshack.
Don't kill your snakes,
Sure.
man.
Yeah,
For sure.
You're a little crazy.
For sure.
No, I know. The snakes are always good to have too. All right, Kev, we're going to ask you what we ask everybody. You got any horror stories?
I'm trying to think of one. I've been trying things. I've only been doing this for a little bit, not too long.
Yeah.
And I've really been trying to keep everybody happy. So in terms of customer wise, I've had some picky customers here and there.
But
I don't know.
All around?
Yeah, I don't sort of have a one classic horror story. Worst thing so far is I bought a truck. I bought a used truck last year, picked it up, and thing was good, ran great, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I left it at the guy who I bought it from's yard all winter. Went and picked it back up in the spring, did a few jobs, thing was good.
Yeah.
And then one day it's raining and I'm driving and it breaks down on me. So I call him like, hey, I don't know what's going on. The truck just died. And he goes, oh, you probably ran out of fuel. I've just put a new fuel tank in that thing. And, when you put the new fuel tank in, sometimes those gauges don't read right. I'm like, well, it's reading like a half a tank. And he's like, well, I'll try to put some fuel in it. So I put some diesel in it and it starts back up. And I go, okay, cool. I go about 50 feet and it dies again, and then so I tell him, I just put it, it's not the fuel.
Yeah.
So he goes, all right, I'm going to come get it. He comes, tows it, brings it back to his place. I'm in Mystic on a Sunday. It's raining out. I just finished this job. He tows it back to Old Lime, calls me the next day. He goes, I took it off the truck and started it. Thing ran fine. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You ran out of fuel. I go, I put fuel in it. No, I didn't run out of fuel. I go, all right, I'm going to come pick it up. And then so I go and pick it up and took it to your place. Had to do some work at your place.
Yeah.
And went there, went fine. And then I go to leave. I start it up, starts right up, it's fine. Then I go around, pick up all my tools, come back to the truck, and it's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing, call the guy and I go, it's not out of fuel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on with it. And then so, it was actually the crank position sensor.
I never would have thought of that.
No.
Yeah. So twice in a week, had to get my truck towed, which wasn't fun.
Yeah, that's not fun.
But luckily, the guy I bought the truck from has the tow truck, is the mechanic.
Oh, nice.
Is a very good dude. So it was all taken care of.
That's good.
But it just kind of wasted some time.
Yeah,
And, so equipment maintenance. That's what I kind of worry about right now. Is keeping all my equipment good and in shape.
Sure.
And if that stuff goes down, then you can't get anything done. So
now you made me think of one thing though before we go. You talk about how you work in the rain and stuff, and I always see landscapers a lot of times mowing in the rain.
yeah.
But as a homeowner, you're always told, wait until it dries. Don't mow the wet or anything else. But you guys just go right through it.
Yeah, you don't want to mow in the rain. You don't want
to do it because you have to.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I try not to. I haven't mowed in the rain yet this year.
Okay.
Not too. If it's sprinkling or something, that's okay.
It's different, yeah.
But yeah, when the ground's soft and you're running heavy machines over it, it just tears them right up.
Yeah.
And it's nothing. It's nothing more than that. It's just mechanical damage from the mowers.
Gotcha.
And
then you gotta fix it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but a lot of guys that mow lawns aren't turf guys. They don't.
Sure,
They're just making their money and they gotta finish their list by Friday. So they're gonna do what they're gonna have to do to make that happen.
Sure.
And so that's a common thing.
Yeah.
Common thing. Yeah.
All right. So if anybody wants to contact you, how do they find you?
You can find us on Facebook, Rooted Lawn and Landscape, or give me a call, 860-908-4740.
Yeah, I highly recommend it to anybody out there
you.
that's looking for somebody to do some lawn maintenance or some lawn
Cool.
critical care.
Yeah, or landscaping, design, plantings,
Yeah.
anything like that. Anything that you need done on your property, we'd be happy to help you out.
Sounds
Okay,
great.
man.
Cool.
I hope
Awesome.
you enjoyed hanging out with us for a half hour or so.
Yeah, it was a quick 30 minutes,
They go by really
Bing bang boom.
right?
Yeah, this is episode 13, lucky number 13.
That's it. That's why I was late.
Yeah.
It's number 13. Freaking day of hell for me.
All right, Jim, you want to do it again next week again?
Yeah, and I
Let's do it.
have no idea what we're going to talk about,
No.
but we'll figure it out probably.
If anybody has any suggestions, like
Yeah.
Jim did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that'd be
let us
great.
know.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right, guys, have a great time.
See
Cheers.
See ya.